Hello everybody, this is ELIZ-SHA Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and .net is up and it's safe and looks pretty decent. This is my logo. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and sometimes TikTok. I haven't done a TikTok for quite a while. Not since my arm back in January, basically. I should get back to it, but I'm waiting to see what's happening with that. So, this is for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for May 25th, 2023. So the Seven of Swords came up. And that's somebody who is usually it means somebody's talking about you in the negative. Somebody's trying to pull you down behind your back. Thing is, you know about it. And don't worry so much about it, because the next card is the Nine of Wands, with you trying to protect yourself. And I don't think that's necessary. I think that what you want to do is let who you are stand for who you are. If somebody asks you, then you explain what's happening, but don't go out of your way to deal with this. These people, it's a simple jealousy or trying to get curry favor with the boss or something like that, or that special guy. And if that special guy believes it, not your special guy. If the boss believes it, then he should come and talk to you directly. It does mean that it's a huge shift in consciousness for you. That's a subconscious shift, change that's coming up. It's been coming up for a while. It might be simply that you look at it and go, okay, time to move on, because this is no longer your place. You vibrate too high. And the next card would suggest that you have moved up in consciousness and you do vibrate too high to deal with, still be drawn into the trauma drama. Because the next card is Strength. And Strength is the card of rising above the lower energy that you were in. So you want to rise above that, because you've got a job to do. Anybody who watches me, you're a light worker. You've got a job to do. Whether you want to do it now or later, it doesn't matter. It will happen. So the Hermit comes up next. And the Hermit is, at this point in time, the Hermit is a way shower. By being the example, by being that energy of seeing things clearly, of looking outside the box. It doesn't mean you have to be a nice person, though generally wise people are generally nice. But sometimes you need to shake the things up and be not nice. Sometimes you have to call a spade and not stand down from it. Other times you can look at it and say, is this part of my trauma drama? Do I need this? And if you don't need it, then you ignore it. You walk away from it. It's not yours. What will that give you? And that flashed the card. Lovers. And the Lovers it means that you're getting closer to the unification of your whole body, of your whole soul. Not your body. Your body's finite. Nothing lives forever. And do we really want to live forever when we have so many other worlds to explore? We don't. So, but in this lifetime, it brings us closer to loving ourselves, brings us closer to the returning to the God or the universal energy. It makes us happier to be who we are. No uncertain terms. When we are clear on who we are, it truly makes a difference. It really does. When you don't get upset over little things, and everything's little. Some things feel bigger, but everything's little. If you don't get upset over little things, then you have a lot your life is easier. Your life is easier to work with. And then I got the Six of Wands. You've worked really hard to get to this place. Enjoy it. Be happy, because it brings with it monetary abundance. Not just happiness that, wow, I feel good, I've worked so hard on this and I have achieved something. But it does bring monetary abundance. So allow yourself to be abundant. Allow yourself to be happy. How many spiritual light workers do you know that think to be spiritual you can't laugh? You have to sit around and being so spiritual all the time? Well, that's not true spirituality. True spirituality is living life completely, being responsible for what is your responsibility. But stops there. It stops there. Being responsible for what is your responsibility. You're not responsible for everybody else's happiness. You're not responsible for everybody else's ability to live in a good world or a bad world. You're not responsible for anything but yourself. But by being responsible for yourself, you are the way shower. And that doesn't mean you have to jump out in front of everybody and wave a sign and say, hey, look at me. But you can if you want, if that's who you truly are, if you're authentically that, sure, go ahead, do it. I mean, I sit here every day and I basically go, hey, look at me. But that's my part of life. That's my part of being the way shower. Your part may be your policeman who helps an old lady across the street, smiles when she thanks you, and go back and stop the jaywalker from walking. Being authentically you is probably the most spiritual thing you can be, but taking responsibility for other people, not your life. So be in joy, celebrate. This is a fairly big step forward. Namaste, namasko, I love you, and you I do love.